It sounds like a big value DeepSky has in working with client is listening. What advice would you give others on making sure the client's needs, frustrations, and past are really heard out before work begins? This is the key. Um, let's see. What advice would you give others on making sure the client's needs, frustration, and past are really heard out before work begins? I don't know if there's advice except for listen. Um, I guess I struggle with this too because I'm a professional, and professionals have an issue, and we have an issue that we are solutionists. We have all these knowledge and all these ideas in our head, and we just want to solve things, and we just want to fix things and make everything okay. So whenever a client comes to us and they say, "Hey, Michael, I need accounting," right? And right there, you jump on it. You're like, "Oh, great! I know accounting. Let me help you. You need to buy from me." And we stop listening. We want to solve their problem, or we want to solve what we think is their problem. And I think a lot of it comes from this misguided superior complexity that we think we're better than our client. That we think just because we know a certain area, in my case, accounting, in other professionals' case, we work with law firms and creative agencies. They do the same thing. Lawyers think, hey, I know the law, therefore I'm better than you, therefore I can solve your problem. Creative agencies the same way. I design better, I market better, I dev better, and I can solve your problems before you even tell me what your problem is. And it took me a while to really have the humility and have the courage to listen to our customers. And I tell my team this all the time because our clients don't really care about what we do. Take DeepSky, for example. We do accounting. Nobody cares about accounting. Nobody cares about financial report. What they care about is their well-being. What they care about is their business, the people that they hire, the people that they need to pay. What they care about is how profitable they are, their partners, their family. What they care about is how do they make their vision a reality. Nobody cares about the financial report. The financial report is merely a tool that helps them understand these true pain, true issues. And it really takes a professional to understand that, to have the humility to say, yes, what I do is nothing more than a tool to be able to slow down and listen. And I think that is super important. And I think that's actually one of the distinguishing factor between us and a traditional CPA firm. And that's one of the beef that I have with the traditional accounting industry is that whenever a client comes to us and say, hey, you know what? I need accounting. And we're like, oh yeah, I can do that. Oh, you need a cash flow statement. Nobody knows and understand what that is. I mean, I have 2 degrees and a CPA license, and it takes me a while to understand what a cash flow statement is. But those things are created because the profession is built on these, I have better knowledge than you, and therefore, I got to showcase that knowledge. Hopefully everything coming out of my mouth you don't get. And that is just wrong. It's backwards. So it takes humility and it takes patience to sit back and understand, well, Mr. Client, why do you think you need a cash flow statement? Well, I like to know where my cash flows in and out. Okay. Well, what is it exactly that you like to see? Well, I want to make sure more money comes in than money goes out. And then understanding exactly why that is. Even then, it's like, okay, why do you want to understand that? Well, I want to make sure that I don't run out of money 6 months down the road. And it's like, okay, why is that important? Well, if I run out of money, then my business is gone and I can't pay people. It's like, okay, that's something that's important. Then we work our way back It could be something as simple as, hey, I email you once a week and tell you what your bank balance is. The solution may not be the cash flow statement. That's my point. The solution may not what we think initially is, but something much more simpler. Yeah, much simpler and much more effective. So I guess the answer to that question is just humility and understanding that we don't always have all the answers, and that slow down and listen. Just slow down and listen, because what we do as professionals is that we are a tool and we provide other tools to help them be successful. So the humility and understand that we don't have all the answers.